Never know strong rum so good. So you know, never know was bad. Watch it and careful. Play my feet to play sad. Play with it. But make your man tell you about Roman. The beating. Roman. The beating. Roman. The beating. Roman. Look my beating. Roman. The hammer so when you see me walking the road. Roman. The hammer so when I drink and taking me low. Roman. The hammer so watch my behavior on the boat. Roman. The hammer so.
She want to know about soca, music to lose it. They like when fat turn over. Soca could prove it. This is the way that we fet and the way that we live with life. Yeah, this is the way that we live. This music is paradise. Yeah, on the road with the drugs and 100,000 coming down. Pretty girls in costumes looking so good. Oh mama, this is the way we live with life. You can't tell we know nah. So when they come with a question, then we tell them this. Tell them this is our lifestyle. Soca nice, keep it pumping for the whole night. Soca nice, music with spell vibes. Soca nice, party real tight. Soca nice, hey, do you want to have a shake? Yeah, want to dingle it? Yeah, no soca play. Yeah. Do you want to have a shake? Yeah, want to dingle it? Yeah, no soca play. Yeah. We want to know about Juve. It's love spreading all over, feeling free and alive, dancing in all paint and powder. Life is free, so we do whatever we like. Yeah, this is the
Let me take this opportunity to say welcome to St. Mark.
on the
Welcome to Sunset City.
coming down.
Welcome to the beautiful St. Mark.
Costumes looking so good, oh mama. This is the way we live with life. We can't tell we know nah. So when they come with a question, then we tell them this. Tell them this is our lifestyle. Keep it pumping for the whole night. Soca nice, music with
Yeah.
vibes. Soca nice.
This is traditional mass celebration here in St. Mark.
Want to dingle it?
Yeah. All right. Making sure everything's sorted out. Everything's sorted out. Yeah, man. As you come and go ahead and share up the thing, we're getting ready to start the traditional mass celebration here in Sunset City. A beautiful day on the outside in St. Mark. And the thing is just about to get started, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody getting ready. I guarantee you guys, you would learn something new today. You would learn something new today about this beautiful place called St. Mark and Mass. You will learn something brand new about traditional Mass that probably you never learned, you never knew before. Yeah? All right, guys. Good afternoon to you, Bernadette Lewis. Thank you so much. Yes, guys. So what we're looking at right now, right at this point here, right? They're getting ready, right? Everyone is getting ready. The kids are getting ready. The traditional mass players are gearing up. They're practicing in a way. Let's put it like that. They're practicing. It's like a little rehearsal. Hey, Dennis, how you doing? Dennis Lewis. And in just a short while, the thing will start. This is a great addition to the Spice Mass calendar. Well, it's been a part of St. Mark history for a very long time. And I'm happy that this year, it is a part of the bigger celebration of Carnival. So we invite everyone to come on down to St. Mark. Make your way down to St. Mark right now, guys, because we are about to learn something new about traditional Mass. I would like to take this opportunity to thank and big up everyone who is behind the scenes and making this possible and giving us the invitation to be here in lovely St. Mark. It is indeed our pleasure to be a part of this, guys. In a short while, I'm going to go higher with the drone, guys. I'm going to go high up in the air and give you guys a tour of St. Mark, all right? All right, let's go. Let's go on this ride. All right? Let's go on this ride of St. Mark, okay?
When I playing mass and I going whole weekend. 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 Whole with me head shell, bringing all me ears bell. Load, like somebody blow a bomb shell. Under the jack bell, under the.
If you see the area, if you see your area, if you see a house, I want you to put up a white flag and wave it or something. If you see your house, you see a neighbor house, just wave something so we can identify you. Let me do a pan at 360 of Sunset City, guys. So many different streets, so many different alleyways. As everyone get ready to make their way to St. Mark for a traditional mass festival. Live. Guys, tag a friend. Hey, Lacey J, how you doing? High above this. You guys want me to go higher? Okay, let's go higher. Somebody say higher. Let's go higher. Let's go higher. Let's go higher. How high could you go, Junior? How high could you go? Yeah, we could go a lot higher, guys. Take a look at this beautiful Sunset City, St. Mark. And I know a lot of friends and family members are watching this right now and reminiscing. A lot of people who possibly cannot make it back or not making it down for Carnival this year. Nevertheless, they're watching. They're watching and hoping that next year they make a better decision, right? Exactly. Don't do it again. We're here for the traditional mass celebration, guys, and indeed it will be a history lesson in mass. And St. Mark wrote the book in traditional mass. I won't be your official commentator here, guys, because there are so many historians here in St. Mark who could give you so much of a better history of this beautiful parish. I'm just giving you guys a tour. I'm just giving you guys a little tour. All right? Coming up shortly, we have the folks who will be hosting and giving you this historical view of St. Mark. Guys, anybody recognize any place that you know? You recognize any place that you know?
And we ain't giving up. Say we gon' spend me money up. Spend me money up. Life we live it up. And we ain't giving up. Everybody play a must know.
Check 1, 2. Testing 1, 2. Check 1.
That's part one, That's part one. And we ain't even start yet, The traditional mass ain't even officially start yet. Big up to the Spice Mass Corporation for sponsoring and making sure that this happen right now.
Moment, so we're asking all the bands to get yourself ready. All bands, you're asked to please get yourself ready because we are getting ready to begin, all right? So all bands, all individuals, you're asked to please take up your respective positions so we can get ready for this year's 2023 Traditional Mass Festival right here at Heroes Square in Victoria, St. Mark, Sunset City. We're on the inside. We are celebrating Spice Mass, the evolution for 2023, and we are about to see the evolution of culture.
Yo, Jones. Heck, Jones. What kind of fest is this? Eh? Boy, Daligan, you come in a water fete and you don't want to get with Daligan. Yo, Jones. Heck, Jones. What kind of fest is this? Eh? Boy, Daligan, you come in a water fete and you don't want to get with Daligan. Powder fall on you, you start to cut in the powder for Daligan. You not in your bedroom, brother, come on, the people for Daligan. Give me money to for Daligan. Blame me this for Daligan. Well, what you go do? Well, what you go do? Inside of the master space, so what the hell you expect me to do? Well, what you go do? Well, what you go do? If them people dirty, you just turn around and just dirty them down. Then tell me what you doing there, what you doing in a year. We don't spare nobody. You afraid I'm bolder. Then tell me what you doing there, what you doing in a year. We don't spare nobody. You not going unclean. Oh no, I come to dirty you. I must dirty you. I come to dirty you. You not living here clean. Oh no, I come to dirty you. I must dirty you. I come to dirty you. Now get over it. Now get over it. Now get over it.
Riding all kind of man, John done wrong already. So if you're doing it, best to do it for money. Taking people husband done wrong already. So if you're doing it, best to do it for money. Girl bubble pretty paper. That won't get over it. That won't get over it. That won't get over it. That things to pay for. That won't get over it. That won't get over it. That won't get over it. Think about it. People go call your name. Think about it. You could die by catching it. Girl, think about it. If you choose to be up, yeah, think about it. Why not do it to get rich? Why not just roll out? Up and down, get pulled out. The more them go down, banker can go up. Sugar daddy not joke around, take it better work. No lungs, it can make it rain. With the money, man, it can slow down. Riding all kind of man, John done wrong already. So if you're doing it, best to do it for money. Taking people husband done wrong already. So if you're doing it, best to do it for money. Girl bubble pretty paper. That won't get over it. That won't get over it. That won't get over it. That things to pay for. That won't get over it. That won't get over it. That won't get over it. That is that. Drinking rum and falling flat. That is that. I'm playing my son is that. And that is that. You can't tell me when to stop. And that is that. I say we come out to my shop. Oh Lord, come out to rip up. Oh Lord, come out to my shop. Oh Lord, come out to rip up. Oh Lord, please come my shop. Oh Lord, please come rip up. Oh Lord, come out to my shop. Oh Lord, come out to rip up. Oh like a hunter when I jump in and girls from far. Oh yeah, shawty got in the vitamin, she come far. Oh yeah, strap up me and bad up like a drunkard. Oh yeah, 2 steps so we going on for hours. We playing real mass with a business but the weather. Oh yeah, we fighting all day we got that moolah. Oh yeah, yeah we say straight on and a ruler. music. Somebody say no, they want. We don't back down for nobody. Don't back down for nobody. We don't back down for nobody. Somebody say no, they want. We don't back down for nobody. Don't back down for nobody. We don't back down for nobody. I come here to rip it up and break it up. Let me mash it up. It's my time. Rip it up and break it up. Let me mash it up. It's we time. Rip it up and break it up. Let me mash it up. It's my time. Rip it up and break it up. Let me mash it up. I dip me head in the bag of sugar. 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 It's sweet to me, sweet to me, it's sweet to me, sweet to me, it's sweet to me, sweet to me, it's sweet to me, sweet to me. Dip me head in the bag of sugar. 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 It's sweet to me, sweet to me, it's sweet to me, sweet to me, it's sweet to me, sweet to me, it's sweet to me, sweet to me. Can show me the coney pie, boom boom when I start to dive. Took it with the cocoa knife, got the needle eye. And if you slip, you slide, just soak over stick inside. Do me anything you like, you can be on me sugar high. 1 pound of brown sugar, 2 pound of brown sugar, 3 pound of brown sugar. Just give me brown sugar. 5 pound of brown sugar, 6 pound of brown sugar, 7 pound of brown sugar. Plenty, plenty brown sugar. Dip me head in the bag of 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 sugar. It's sweet to me, sweet to me, it's sweet to me, sweet to me, it's sweet to me, sweet to me, it's sweet to me, sweet to me. Dip me head in the bag of sugar. 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 It's sweet to me, sweet to me, it's sweet to me, sweet to me, it's sweet to me, sweet to me, it's sweet to me. So much fun to me like Anstas. They want to suck out of your sweetness.
Right. Ladies and gentlemen, we're getting ready to begin.
And I know begging thou shalt not get. That's my
Yeah, Mr. DJ, bring me down. We're getting ready to begin. We have on display this afternoon all the traditional bands across Grenada. And they will be on parade for you in just a few moments. We have the Veko, we have the Shotney, we have the Wild Indians, the Maypole Dancers, the Juju. All of those you can experience here this afternoon in Sunset City, Victoria. It's a traditional Mass Festival for 2023. The evolution of Mass right here in Grenada. So we ask you to draw your attention in just a few moments to the streets where we are going to have the parade of the bands as they make their way around Victoria.
Sweet to me,
wine for me and she not giving nobody else. All the wine for me and she not giving nobody else. All the wine for, all the wine for, all the wine for, all the wine for. She saving all the wine for me and she not giving nobody else. All the wine for me and she not giving nobody else. All the wine for, and she all the wine for, all the wine for export. And she want with stamina and she move with energy. She don't want to give nobody a job, so she go in VIP. Lean up on the fence, so she bent it back on me. She make all the money in the party fence, keep me enemy. She saving all the wine for me and she not giving nobody else. All the wine for me and she not giving nobody else. All the wine for, all the wine for, all the wine for, all the wine for. She saving all the wine for me and she not giving nobody else. All the wine for me and she not giving nobody else. All the wine for, all the wine for, all the wine for, all the wine for. She saving all the wine for me and she not giving nobody else. All the wine for me and she not giving nobody else. All the wine for, and she all the wine for, all the wine for export. In the morning, in the evening, in the Juve, she whining on me. In the morning, in the evening, in the Juve, she whining on export. She saving all the wine for me and she not giving nobody else. All the wine for me and she not giving nobody else. All the wine for, all the wine for, all the wine for, all the wine for. She saving all the wine for me and she not giving nobody else. All the wine for me and she not giving nobody else. All the wine for, all the wine for, all the wine for, all the wine for. She saving all the wine for me and she not giving nobody else. All the wine for me and she not giving nobody else. All the wine for, and she all the wine for, all the wine for export. And she wine with stamina and she move with energy. She don't want to give nobody a job, so she go in VIP. Lean up on the fence, so she bent it back on me. She make all the money in the party fence, keep me enemy. She saving all the wine for me and she not giving nobody else. All the wine for me and she not giving nobody else. All the wine for, all the wine for, all the wine for, all the wine for. In Grandma they say, in Grandma they say she do that. Tell me why she do that. Why she give away the cat? In Grandma they say, in Grandma they say she do that. Tell me why she do that. Why she give away the cat? I know I to feed it, I know I to carry it. Whenever we give in trouble on the head, I would tap it up. Always caring for the cat, never would abuse it. So tell me why now.
Again, guys, we are broadcasting live from St. Mark, beautiful St. Mark, and where the traditional mass is just about to get started. In just a matter of minutes, I heard they made the announcement earlier that it will start shortly. So we're ready. We got aerial view. Also, we have some ground view. So don't worry. You won't miss anything. For the folks that's watching and that live in the close proximity area, I definitely and certainly invite you to come on check this out. Like I said, this is a history lesson. This is a history lesson into mass, right? And Victoria is the home. Victoria, St. Mark is the home. Okay, I want to show you guys a group, right? Let me go up a little bit and turn around. There is a young group of Veco. They're coming from, so I could turn the drone, coming from this area. Okay, they just passed us, so let me come back a little bit so I could show you guys the young group of Veco. They're gonna come back. Right, they're right there. They've been parading up and down. They just made their way up the street, Diamond area, and they said that they were just practicing. They were just practicing for later. All right, so this is still early times here. It's traditional mass, the big celebration, Spice Mass, traditional mass celebration here in Victoria. It's indeed a spectacle and a great opportunity to learn, understand, and be a part of this amazing celebration. We invite everyone to come on down. We have Shotney, we have Veko, and I'm not even going to pretend like I know all of them. There are some historian that resides here in St. Mark that will be able to give you a better view, a better commentary on what we see in here. I could only pretend that I really understand everything that we're seeing in front of me. All I know that it's very interesting, very colorful, and it's exciting. It's reminiscent. It reminds me of Carnival back in the day, right? It reminds me of Carnival back in the day. And it's good to remember the tradition because oftentimes we lose sight of this type of mass. We think that mass is only the short skirt, the bikini, the pum pum shorts, and all of these things. When it's really not, you know. I'm trying my best here to give you guys both an aerial view and also ground camera view. We have a few cameras on the ground. We try our best to rotate on the cameras because, you know, sometimes the drone cameras drone batteries only last just so long. But we have a few replacements, so hopefully the whole scene work with us and we're able to go forward and continue to bring this whole celebration here for you guys today. Again, we're in Victoria, St. Mark. I'm Junior George, and it's exciting, an exciting part of Carnival. And visitors that's coming down to Grenada, this is one of the things that you have to put on your calendar. You should have on your calendar, because you get to see a different part of Grenada, a different celebration of our Carnival. And this event is definitely endorsed by the Spice Mass Corporation. And the other thing about it is it's also a competition. We have judges that's sitting right. Let me see if I could get a shot of the judging area. And they will be adjudicating the fate of these bands. The bands, of course, had to register to be a part of the celebration here today, and indeed they all registered and ready. They're registered and ready to go. So this is the judges right here, sitting under the tent. Right, the judges sitting under the tent, and I'm going to find out a little more about the criteria of judging. Right, it's good to understand what is expected of the players and what the judges are looking for, essentially, how they accumulate points, and what the winner gets. I believe registration for band was $100. They were just asking some of the patrons or the bands who have not yet registered to make sure that they go ahead and register as soon as possible. And they did. So we have all registered bands ready to parade and show off and show the world the history of traditional mass. This is Grenada. This is Carnival. It's well organized. It's well put together. We have the team from the Spice Mass Corporation. We have, I saw the CEO, Mr. Cecil Noel, here earlier. And the other members of the Spice Mass Corporation, they're all here. They are, again, the judges. I mean, this is Mr. Cecil Noel is, you know, the drone could pick up anybody, right? But Cecil is under the tent, so Mr. Noel, I'm going to try to talk to Mr. Cecil Noel shortly so he could give us, from a Spice Mass perspective, a little bit more about the participation and the role that Spice Mass is playing this year in this amazing event, traditional mass celebration, right here in St. Mark. As I said earlier, guys, the teams are making their way. I want to go up a little bit because I want to show you guys that the lines, it has gotten a little more, it has gotten a whole lot more populated with bands. Right, if you take a look, if we go up the road, as it'll say it in Grenada, I'll take our run up the road slowly, and you'll see the list of bands that's following. We have, of course, the Chutney. And for those of you who don't understand or don't know about the Chutney, well, Rose, I saw you said, Mr. Commentator, you should be more informed. Let me say that I won't be your commentator for the evening. I'm just waiting on the team of commentary so that they could come in and do their history. And I know people are always looking for opportunity to you know, get entertainment from the comments. But I am here just facilitating for the official commentary team that will be here shortly. So hence the reason why I am here, and you will be informed, Rose Charles on YouTube. Don't worry, you'll be fully informed, and I will be fully informed as well, because again, I'm here to learn. All right, and I guess we all could learn. We don't know everything, and I will be first to say that I certainly don't know a lot about the traditional mass, and I want to learn, I want to understand a whole lot more. Again, we're here in St. Mark, and we are waiting for the official team to come in and do their job on the commentary and give us a idea and history of the celebration that we're seeing here today. You know what's striking about the celebration here, and it's a proud moment, I must say. It's a proud moment because when we take a look, and what we're seeing is a lot of young people involved in traditional mass. And you would think, right, that when you hear traditional mass, you would think about, you know, a group of old men or old women or old people, as they would say. But nah, the young people are certainly very interested in traditional mass. And that is good. That is great. That's great news. That's excellent. I'm happy to see that in fact is the case. We have Mr. Quince Britton, who is going to be he's from St. Mark, and he's also Senator Quince Britton, who will be, of course, giving us some very, very informed information. So I leave you now in the capable hands of Mr. Quince Britton, who will take you on from here.
Good afternoon to all. This is Senator Britton here. I'm just in my unofficial capacity. Junior give me work, so yeah, just welcome all. So we are about to see the start, the parade of the traditional mass. You have
about the history and
So we are pleased to have you all tuning in. See, we have quite a bit of persons on the live. So we are live from Victoria in St. Mark, home of that traditional aspect of mass, Vieko. And Vieko means old clothes or old cloth. So I will give you a bit of explanation as to, well, how it started from what I know. Yes, I can speak based on what I know. And that's one of the things. If it's our traditional mass or history is not properly documented, then we tend to lose a lot of it, or the younger generation or the generations following would not have anything to go by. So it's important that we know our history. This is something that I must applaud the Ministry of Education, where they are going to. I'm all right. All is well? Well, yeah? All right. All right. Yeah, so we have quite a bit of foreigners, visitors, persons coming back from abroad, which we are happy to have them here. So as you see, Junior is there flying the drone. You get an aerial view of it. The bands are lining up, and they are going to go. The parade route is where they are currently. That road is known as Cruikshank Road. So they're going to go up Cruikshank Road, make a left onto Churchill Road, and make another left onto Slinger Street, and another left onto St. David Street, and they will do whatever display in front of the judges here at Hero Square on Diamond Street. So that's where we are at this very moment. So as I was explaining that, as I was saying earlier on, I give kudos to the Ministry of Education, the government of Grenada, for there will be the start of history back in or at our school level, the upper primary, lower secondary. They already have this book that is published by a Grenadian, giving us all our history and so on. And I have not gotten to see what the book entails, but I would certainly get a copy, and we encourage every Grenadian to get a copy, so those who don't know the history could learn about the history. So the traditional aspect of it, the traditional mass aspect, is an important part of our carnival, and we really want to applaud the Spice Mass Corporation that for over the many years, I think it started back with that traditional aspect of the mask here in Victoria, back, I think it was about 2009 or 2010, and has continued since then. So it's an annual thing. We are happy to have it. So St. Mark being a parish and Victoria, home of the Vieko, I've also encouraged a lot of the bands, because the guys, we really need to get ourselves organized. So you tend to see Junior on a... Or maybe the volume's not up. All right.
yeah, right.
All right. So we tend to see normally on a Carnival Monday or Carnival Tuesday, you tend to see quite a bit of different bands and so on, from the various communities or the various villages here in St. Mark. So on the outskirts you have Coast Guard, Waltham, River Sally. So in the past, what I know has been happening is that we get the different villages to organize with their traditional aspect of the mass, the vehicle primarily, and it normally be judged on Carnival Monday. So Carnival Monday here used to be a real spectacle. This entire street used to be filled with
Those of you who are just visiting, welcome to Sunset City. Welcome to the best parish in Grenada, Carriacou, and PT Martinique. My parish, welcome to the traditional mass Festival. We are ready to begin, and at this point, I invite everyone to please stand where they are at attention so we can pay tribute to country with the national anthem. Thank you very much. Honorable Ron Redhead, Minister responsible for youth, sports, and culture. The Senator Quince Britton, the CEO of Spice Mars, Mr. Cecil Noel, representative from the Grenada Tourism Authority, Ms. Nicoya Roberts, members of the Board of Directors of the Spice Mars Corporation, sponsors, good afternoon. Again, I would like to welcome you to St. Mark, to Victoria, to Hero Square, where we are about to witness the tradition, where we are about to witness culture at its best. It's the traditional Mars festival, a staple in Spice Mars celebration. We want to say thank you very much to everyone for coming out. We are going to have a brief opening ceremony, after which we are going to experience the parade of the bands, and later on we will have the judging. So without any further ado, I would like to invite to the microphone to bring to you a few remarks the Chief Executive Officer of Spice Mars Corporation, Mr. Cecil Noel.
Good afternoon, each and everyone, and welcome to Hero Square. A very pleasant afternoon to you, the people of Victoria, to you, the people of Victoria, the home of the VECO. We are extremely happy to be here with you today on this very special day, as we not only celebrate, but as we have fun and enjoy our traditional Mass with you. We know that as a parish, you are very pleased as being one of the parish well known for the traditional Mass, especially that of the VECO. So of course, being here with you, it's no strange feeling, because this is the home of the VECO. We are extremely pleased as well on behalf of Spice Mars to be associated with the government, and I take the opportunity at this point to say a very pleasant good afternoon to a minister responsible for youth, sports, and culture, Honorable Ron Redhead, and of course to the chair as well of Spice Mars, Mr. Kirk Ross, and to the other members of the board and those of you who came out, as well as to Ms. Nikoyan Roberts. At Spice Mass, we have made it a very important trust this year to feature and highlight traditional mass. And one of the main reasons why we have decided to do that is because we see traditional mass as one of the key differentiator in that of the other islands when it comes to Spice Mass and in particular Carnival. Yes, there are a lot of Carnival in the other islands in the region, but when it comes to the traditional mass, we stand out here in Grenada as being the home, the original people of traditional mass. Whether it's the Veku, the Shortney, Moko Jumbi, Wild Indian, and we know the list go on. So of course, as we welcome you here today, I also take the opportunity on behalf of the title sponsor for the festival, that's the Grenlec, to say a hearty welcome to you on their behalf. The person who was supposed to be here cannot be here for certain reasons, but I did in fact send to say greetings, and especially to the bands. As we celebrate, it is important to remember that when we have the support from these our corporate customers and corporate bodies, that is important that we make the effort to not only work with them, but to make sure that as a people, that as bands and as band leaders, we make the effort to improve on what we're doing. So with the help of people like Grenlec, we would like to see the traditional mass bands grow in terms of the amount of bands that we have. We would like to see them grow in terms of the size of the bands. But maybe I should say most importantly, we would like to see the focus and attention of the traditional mass being placed on the youth of our country, being placed and positioned in schools, in our village, so that it will not die, but in fact, if we work with the young people, we'll see the further development of the traditional mass so that we could take its rightful place. I also want to say a very special thank you to the Grenada Tourism Authority, who have been and is continue to work with us to make sure that what we do in terms of working with the traditional mass is what will help us to sustain them. And so the Tourism Authority has worked with Spice Mass to ensure that we can go to the nooks and crannies, to the villages where the traditional mass exists, where they carry out and do the craft, so that we can document them for prosperity, so that we can have a good feel for what their needs are, what they want to do, what they see, and where they would like to see the traditional mass go. And we have been doing this for the last few months. We are really happy to be doing that. And at the end of this project, it is our hope that the documentaries will be made available so that they can be seen in the schools and people can be encouraged to be a part of the various traditional mass band. So again, thank you very much to the GTA. The event today is one where we expect approximately 16 different bands coming out to portray. And of course, part of the highlight of the portrayal is that they are going to be judged. We see it extremely important to listen to them. They said they wanted to be judged, and we are going to do this because we think it is important to listen to the stakeholders, work with them, because in so doing, we feel they will be motivated to step forward and do more. So the traditional mass will be judged, and we will end up with winners who will be so justly deserved for all the hard work that we know go into working with traditional mass. And so on behalf of the Spice Mass Corporation, on behalf of the board of directors, the staff, and the ministry, I say a very, very special and warm welcome to Sunset City and to all of you, the band players, the band leaders, and the patrons who come out to be with us today. Enjoy, have fun. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Noel, the CEO of the Spice Must Corporation. Ladies and gentlemen, please allow me to recognize, and I did not do so before in the protocol, and I do apologize, but please allow me to recognize the chairman of the board, Mr. Kurt Ross. We're going to be moving on because I know that you're anxiously awaiting the bands. At this point, I would like to invite to the microphone a representative from the Grenada Tourism Authority, Mrs. Nikoyan Roberts, to bring to us a few remarks from the authority.
Thank you. Good afternoon. Minister Ron Redhead, Minister of Youth, Sports and Culture, Senator Quince Britton, the Chairman of the Spice Mast Corporation, Mr. Kirk Ross, Chief Executive Officer of the Spice Mast Corporation, Mr. Cecil Noel, and the representative from ABC Bank, ACB Bank, Mr. Eddie Francis. Ladies and gentlemen, children, traditional mass players, on behalf of the Grenada Tourism Authority, it is my pleasure to greet you this afternoon as we assemble here for an amazing cultural display of creativity, color, vibrancy, and our heritage. The Grenada Tourism Authority sees this product as being essential to the continued development of Spice Mast as we really bring this culture alive in our schools, allowing our children to learn how to make these costumes, Vieco, Wild Indian, Shotney, and also to enjoy the ability to gain some commercial value out of the display of our heritage. We understand that it takes a lot of work, it takes a lot of initiative, it takes vision, organizational skills, and strategic approach to ensuring that this art form does not die. And so this is the reason why the GTA is putting its efforts, its technical support, its financing behind such a product that adds to the overall fantastic exposure of the traditional mass and all of Spice Mast on the global stage. I just want to thank the organizers and thank all of the content gatherers, the videographers, the cameramen. I do want to recognize a representative from our diaspora, Mr. Junior George from Ride Along, who is here bringing the culture live from the streets of Victoria and into the hearts of Grenadians all over the world, and especially in the New York area. We appreciate you being here. Celebrate the culture. Thank you. Enjoy. Have a safe and fantastic evening.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Roberts. And of course, we must say big up to all of our content creators and providers, those who are going live. For example, Mikey Live, big up to yourself, Mikey. Big up to Junior George and the Ride Along team and any other platform that is carrying this activity today. We say thank you very much for that. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now my pleasure to introduce to you a son of the soil, Victoria, your very own. To bring to us a few remarks, let us please invite to the podium Senator Quince Britton.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. On the protocol established, I say a warm welcome to Sunset City in Victoria, and to you, the patrons who come out here, all the participants of this traditional mass. I feel so proud that over the many years we've been trying our very best to get the different stakeholders on board to recognize the importance of traditional mass. That is one of the reasons why we get to be a part of, on the Spice Mast calendar yearly, we host traditional mass here in St. Mark. And there's always room for improvement. However, it cannot be done without you, the people, of St. Mark. So I encourage each one of you to let us join together. Let us work together with the Spice Mass Corporation, and we can make it a bigger, better in 2024. As we approach 50 years of independence, next year I expect us to have at least 50 of those traditional mass bands. And the majority have been very biased. Our Veco band from Victoria, from Waltham, from Coast-Guard, just name it, throughout St. Mark. And I'm thrilled to hear the Tourism Authority will be partnering with the government of Grenada or through the Ministry of Education in teaching the traditional aspect of mass in school. Because if we do not know our history, we tend to lose it. And this is something that has been plaguing us for so many years. Most people, we go ahead, we do things, but we do not know, how it has started and all of that. So we are here. I am thankful for the Spice Mass Corporation in giving us that opportunity so that we, again, could showcase our talent. And next year, God's willing, Minister, I promise you, it will be bigger and better. So enjoy the rest of the afternoon. Please, outside is very hot. I encourage you to stay hydrated. The sun is very hot. Enjoy the rest of it. Be safe. Have a safe carnival. Enjoy. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Senator Britton. I'm now going to invite to the microphone the Minister with responsibility for youth, sports, and culture in the Ministry of Education, Youth, Sports, and Culture, Honorable Ron Redhead, to bring to us a few remarks.
Thank you very much, Mr. Master of Ceremony, Mr. Nivian Cox. Chairman of Spice Mass, Mr. Kurt Ross. Senator Quince Britton. CEO, Mr. Cecil Noel. Other board members, stakeholders, GTA representative, Mrs. Nikoyan Roberts. Some showers of blessings. Sunset City. You look like we're shining at the moment. Let's just make the adjustments as the rain comes, but I will still proceed. That's part of it. Yeah. Right. Yeah. We good to go? How are we doing? Sunset City? Come up. All right, Spice Mass CEO wants me to come up on the stage. That is a good thing or a bad thing? All right. Thank you, Mr. Cecil. So Sunset City, after those showers of blessings, let me take the opportunity to welcome you to this special occasion. It is important that today we recognize and celebrate our traditional mass. There is no better place to celebrate our tradition than here in the beautiful parish of St. Mark. And we must ensure that from here onwards, greater interest and investment is placed not only for hosting this event, but to ensure that we bolster Grenada's capacity to teach and to make the costumes that are all on display here. The Ministry of Culture is pleased to announce that by year end, we would have invested in building the capacity to train future Calypsonians, future soca artists, and future pan lovers by institutionalizing the training through the NTA and our schools. This, we believe, will ensure the sustainability of our traditional aspects of mass, and we look forward to expanding that. As part of our vision of evolving the product of Spice Mass, we must ensure that we invest in its development, which feeds into the quality of product that we market. That is why we have introduced, in principle, and to commence in September of this year, the teaching of Grenada's history. As we prepare to move to 50 years of independence celebration, we must be prepared to know and to teach our history. And this, we believe, is critical for the way forward. So I will end here with the creative words by one of our soca artists, Mr. Robilus. We will ensure that we hold it, our tradition. Bar it in this land. One love, Sunset City. Enjoy.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister. A gentleman who always has the right words in the right for the right moments. Ladies and gentlemen, we're getting ready for the parades of the band. Let me explain to you what will be taking place. The bands will be leaving here, Hero Square. They will be parading up Cruikshank Road. That's this road right here to my right. They are going to get down to the intersection over to Henry Street. Over to Henry Street, where they will make their way back up to Hero Square using the Diamond Street Road. So again, the bands are going to leave Hero Square, go up Cruikshank Road, come down Henry Street, and then back up Diamond Street right here at Hero Square. And of course, after that, we are going to have the judging of the bands where we are going to see them individually. We are going to hear the chants of the Jab Jab, the chants of the Shotney, the chants of the Vaco. We are going to see what the Sailor Mass has to offer and all the others, ladies and gentlemen. It's about that time of the afternoon where we are ready to experience tradition at its best. Traditional mass right here inside of Victoria St. Mark's. And of course, each and every one of you, you are welcome to parade around Victoria with the band. Capture those moments. Make sure at least we can document everything that's taking place here this afternoon. And as soon as we get the signals, the bands will be able to move. All right, so before we start, we're asking all the bands to please gather around the square. So all the bands, we're asking to please gather around the square. That's the area with the roundabout. We're asking you to please gather here, and then you'll start. We would like to, of course, show the spectacle that is our traditional mass. So all bands, you're asked to please gather around the roundabout.
Good afternoon again. So it's Senator Britton back here. All right, so we just saw or witnessed the official ceremony for the start of the traditional mass aspect in Victoria. So if you're not yet here, you have a couple of minutes to still come on down. The bands are gathering, as you can see on your screen, the bands are gathering. This is a Veco band from Guelph. This band is a Veco band from Guelph, right? And so they will be gathering there. They would parade to go up on Cruikshank Road. Then they would make a left onto Churchill Road. Then they would come down and make another left on. They would make another left onto Slinger Street. Another left onto St. David Street. They would come up St. David Street, make a right to Henry Street, and then you make another right coming up on Diamond Street. So they are here. So we have all different aspects of the mass. We have Shakespeare, we have Veco, we have Shotney, I've seen Wild Indian. I haven't seen no Jab. I don't know if the Jab, if they probably they're trying to get the costume ready. I've also seen Sailor Mass. This is the second time I'm seeing the Sailor Mass here in St. Mark, and we're happy to have them. So it's the traditional aspect of mass, the Grenlec traditional mass, right? It's the Grenlec traditional mass right here in Victoria, St. Mark, taking place at Hero Square. All right, so it's a real spectacle. Just explaining it alone on the screen is one, but if you're here, you'll get to see, you know, that aspect of the mass, and you have a lot of kids as well involved. Plenty children, plenty young people, the middle age, the older people, you're seeing them. And you have quite a bit of patrons, people just there and, capturing the different aspect of the mass and so on. So it's nice. So I'll take you over to get some commentary from the Master of Ceremony.
Forest Maple, they are currently ahead. They are out in front. So again, you can go around and you can view that. St. Patrick's Juju Warriors, they are also gone. Red Rose, while Indians are already out in front. St. Patrick's Apache, Merle Britton and Associates. The Shakespeare Mass will be next. We have the Grenada Moko Jumbies, followed by Marley Shotney, Tivoli Veteran Shotney. Hermitage Shotney will follow. Hermitage Shotney will follow, so you can go ahead. You can go ahead, yes. Upper St. Mark Shotney, you can continue, you can go ahead as well. Rose Hill Shotney, and I notice we have Subi Shotney as well. Once you hear your name, you can continue on the parade route, all right? Yes, once you hear your name, you'll continue on the parade route, and we ask you to please remain in your respective orders as you make your way back to the square. After that, of course, we are going to have the Veko. The demonic angel Veko will follow after Subi's Shotney. House of Creation, Kids Veko, they will go after the demonic angels. PPA, Veko Corp, they will be going after Coast Guard Vekos. House of Creation Vekos, the real Jab Jab, Lafayette Jab Jab, Munich Jab Jab. That would be the order as they head on the streets for the parade. And of course, I noticed we also have the Sailor Mass on the inside. So, to all the bands, once we're in our respective orders, we can now head out on the route. In the meantime, between time, DJ, give them a little something just to get them. Ladies and gentlemen, get ready for the explosion of culture, tradition. It's Spice Mass 2023, the evolution. The bands are on their way. You should be on the streets. You should be capturing these moments, ladies and gentlemen, making sure that you can go back and tell your friends, tell your families what they will be missing here today. Hey! And of course, we must say big up to Upstage Mass.
So as we see on our screen, the parade has started. So as I explained, the parade route, they go up Cruikshank Road, they make a left onto Churchill Road, then another left onto Slinger Street, they make a right onto St. David Street, then another right onto Henry Street, then they make a left onto Diamond Street, and they would come up Diamond Street so that the judges do the display and so on in front of the judges. All right, so that's the traditional Grand Lake sponsored traditional mass. Grand Lake is one of the title sponsors, together with Spice Mass Corporation. All right, that traditional aspect of the mass, which is an annual something that's in St. Mark. All right, so we are very happy to see there's quite a bit of persons here. I am looking to my Zonia PT Junior, can you hear me? But I am seeing to my extreme left, the first band is there. The first band has been marshaled. That's coming up. They are coming up on St. David Street at the moment. The first band, I can see from a distance, the first band is down there. Right, let me see if I can get Junior to pan in a bit down on St. David Street. Junior.
So much niceness everywhere, make you feel to wind your way. This is we carnival. When the rhythm touch the bass, man, the show mash up the place. It's woman and drum when we come round. Still pan and drum, look we all down. And it's mass everywhere. Look behind in the air. Woman and drum when we come round. Still pan and drum, look we all down. And it's mass everywhere. Look behind in the air. You feel the wind that blows from the seas to the Carolina. From the seas to the Carolina. Dancing with oil in my pores, from my head to my toes, like.
We're making a toast up over there. Pick up my friends and family. And forget all you over there.
Put your glasses up to the sky. If you feel to cry, you could cry. Everybody have a tough time. Sometimes all it takes is one line. With couple real friends by your side. Man, the energy have to ride. Shed some weight, watch you take flight. Everything will be alright. Go tell them I'm greater. I'm greater. I'm greater. Somebody tell them for me, please, yeah. I'm greater. I'm greater. I'm greater.
Don't stop, don't heal, go please, more speed. Remember enjoyment over stressing. I'm not joking, I'm not toasting. Nothing I can control, I put it now that don't lift your glass high.
Put your glasses up to the sky. If you feel to cry, you could cry. Everybody have a tough time. Sometimes all it takes is one line. With couple real friends by your side. Man, the energy have to ride. Shed some weight, watch you take flight. Everything will be alright. Go tell them I'm greater. I'm greater. I'm greater. Somebody tell them for me, please, yeah. I'm greater. I'm greater. Greater.
Free up yourself, ease all your stress. We come to vet, oh Lord, we come to vet.
Like a ticking time piece, each and as its purpose. But for now, time to focus, take a dose, cause we don't know what's where you drink. Raise your glasses up to the sky. If you feel to cry, you can cry. Everybody have the tough time. Sometimes all it takes is one line. We come and we friends by your side. Man, the energy of time. Just a way, watch you take flight. Everything will be alright. Go tell them I'm greater. I'm greater. I'm greater. Somebody tell them for me, please, yeah. I'm greater. I'm greater. I'm greater.
DJ Blood. To the top is not always great. You have to learn to walk before you run. Look trouble again. Yeah. Flashing on. Flashing lights. Your tight and straight. Put your light them up. Lights. You go to the top is not always great. You have to learn to walk before you run. Oh. Cause every day I sit and I pray. Man, I cannot wait till that day comes. Sometimes I wish that thing could be great. You better start waiting on running late. And I don't have no money to pay. None of me bills won't. Thank God I have some people are there for me. They're willing to pay for me. Things have to get better. Things have to get better. I go shine bright.
Well, right now we are experiencing a bit of showers of blessing right here. So that might disrupt the parade for a bit. So most from what I'm seeing, most of the revelers, they are currently taking shelter because it's a heavy downpour. I don't know for how long it might be. I really hope it's not for very long. So in the meantime, you know, we're happy to have, we was blessed with some beautiful, beautiful sunshine. It was very humid, so I cannot expect that the rain will pour down at any moment. There is so much that the cloud can take before it busts. So the traditional aspect of the mass, from Spice Mass, there's 16 bands that is registered that would be judged. Once the bands are registered, they will be judged. So they will be judged here. The route is from here to our extreme right. They would go up Cruikshank Road, come down to Churchill Road. Then they would go make a left onto Slinger Street, another left onto St. David Street, a right onto Henry Street, and another right onto Diamond Street, where they would come up right in front of the judges to be judged and so on. So we are live from Hero Square in St. Mark. Yeah, we are live from Hero Square in Victoria in St. Mark. Wow. Seems to be more than a shower of blessing. We're getting some heavy downpour, you know, with a lot of wind. It's almost similar to conditions of that of a mini storm. So it's a lot of rain. All right, so we might have to make some slight adjustment because some of our equipment is not waterproof here. Junior, we gain a little water right here, so. Might have to move that. Why you
The NLA is giving you more chances to multiply your Playway winnings by adding Multi-X to your regular Playway bets to win up to 5 times more. Imagine winning as much as $1,200 instead of $240 with a $10 Playway bet by simply adding Multi-X. Place your Playway bets from $1 to $10 or in increments on your favorite Playway symbols or numbers. Then add the Multi-X option at the same value to win 2 times, 3 times, 5 times more or free plays. With Multi-X, you must bet the same amount wagered on your regular Playway bets for your winnings to be multiplied. Grenadians, value your dreams and win your way as much as 5 times more with Multi-X added to Playway and watch your money grow.
This is Ramji, wandering the streets of St. George's, Grenada, looking for party. Psst.
Hey, you.
Huh? Who, me?
Yeah, you. Come here.
What?
You want to party?
Yeah.
All right then. Shut up and listen to this guy.
Anyone long me a look for you?
Grenada, get ready for the International Celebrity Cruise Grenada Carnival Edition. Sold out in New York and around the world. And it's back in Grenada. And this year it's so large, so grand, so magnificent. Get ready for the International Celebrity Day Cruise featuring Brother B.
But wait. That's not all. There's more. Also featuring and performing live, Dave.
Bully going up, sharp. I'm going up, bluff.
Get ready for the International Celebrity Day Cruise and featuring direct from Trinidad,
Iowa, George.
Time to Shelly play. Shelly play.
Plus many more surprises and international guests to be announced.
the largest celebrity cruise ever.
It's the Riders Promotion and Amazing Colors Celebrity Cruise, the sexy edition. Sunday, August 13th, boarding time 10 a.m. sharp aboard the Embassy.
It's the Celebrity Cruise Grenada Carnival Edition.
Now remember, that's Sunday, August 13th, boarding at 10 a.m. sharp. Tickets available right now at the Amazing Colors Mass Camp or call 473-415-6174. Or at celebritycruise.eventbrite.com. Get your tickets now. This one comes to your compliments right along live and Clarkscourt Run.
The Celebrity Cruise, the ultimate out-of-body experience.
Yeah, I think it's sounding better. One, two. I hear myself in the audience. Check me 1, 2, yeah. Mic check 1, 2.
Hearing yourself?
Nah. Mic check 1, 2.
Not seeing you see that. Signal, but I ain't seen it. I ain't seen that signal at all.
Yeah, man, respect.
Once more, that was once brought to the islands in the 19th century. Both males and females usually perform it. The rarely seen traditions today and seen history to represent a stylized ship which was once common. Typically, you will see 8 dancers controlling a multicolored ribbon attached to the top end of a bamboo pole, lead in and out of each other. The river in a circular pattern. Then the pole typically designed as a spiral, ladder, or a basket. Folk music and soul songs accompany the dancers. While the women wore a short skirt with a collar underneath and a colorful top. This dance was also once popular at Carnival and is brought way to Spice Month, but the maypole is still danced today and the stronghold is with the forest to make it as well as Tennessee.
Thank you very much, Mr. Christie. Put your hands together one more time for Red Forest and Maypole. Because now, of course, after the judging, I want to inform you as to who our judges are this afternoon. Peter Grizzly, Dora Lucan, Chicky Phillip, and Nicholas Alexander. These are the judges for this.
Check. We just want to apologize for the cut in broadcast. It was as a result of severe rain and wind that came down suddenly right here in Sunset City. So it caught a lot of us off guard and scuffling to put equipment securely out of the rain. Some of the equipment got slightly damaged in the process. So we are trying to rectify this problem. So we apologize at the same time, but we'll continue to give you and bring you this live coverage here of the traditional mass right here in Victoria. Stick and stay, guys, the best we could. We'll try to continue to bring you the broadcast as best we can with our drone shot, which is, might give a little bit of issue because of, again, slightly damaged equipment that we're trying to rectify at the moment.
Right now we have the Juju Warriors. They are up doing their display and participation, their presentation, for this year's traditional mass aspect. So ladies and gentlemen, we're here, we're live at Sunset City in St. Mark. That is a traditional aspect of the mass organized by the Spice Mass Corporation in collaboration with Grenlec, and is a Grenlec sponsored, as well as some other title sponsors as well. So we are witnessing the traditional aspect of the mass. We just had with us the presentation by the Wild Indians, right? The Wild Indians. So we had the Juju Warriors, we had the Wild Indians. We have another Wild Indian group from Guelph, that's Mall Britain and Associate.
also taking their presentation.
It's so lovely to see when we have the young ones being a part of the mass band, being a part of the traditional mass band. It shows that culture, heritage is sick in Grenada, ladies and gentlemen. But we don't want to sick. We have a lot more bands to go, a lot more bands to come. And of course, today it is not just about entertainment, but also it is about education. And after we have all of the different categories of bands, we will be sharing some information with you. Some of that information may include the significance of their dress, the various chants that they use, because we want to make sure that you are educated and you're not just here to fix your eyes on all the colorful costumes and so that you know exactly what is taking place and why it is taking place. So as soon as we finish with the Apache and Wild Indians, we're going to get some additional information as to the relevance of those bands. Just for ready. We're moving on, ladies and gentlemen. The next band in competition comes from St. Patrick. Put your hands together, welcome, St. Patrick's Apache.